Hello and welcome to For Your Journey. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Travis.
And today is going to be our slow episode.
So Christmas is a busy time for everybody. It's obviously Christmas time. We're celebrating with our trees here, and we have some festive decorations, but we don't have our fire this year. That's what we're missing.
Yeah.
Keep us warm.
It's not the same.
But usually Christmas is defined, and there's all kinds of even movies and television shows about like the hustle and bustle, the craziness of Christmas. Mm-hmm. And how can we slow down in today's culture, not just at Christmas time to enjoy the physical and emotional and spiritual presence of people, but like how can we slow down just in general?
Yeah, and even beyond that, maybe just why should we slow down in the first place? We're kind of in a culture that really values the hustle and bustle. Like if you can accomplish a lot, or you can get the most possible information in the shortest possible time.
Yeah, it doesn't just value it, almost expects it too.
Yeah, and like, it rewards it too.
Because it's getting more information is accessible than ever before and quicker than ever before. Like the expectation is increasing.
Yeah. And the efficiency is the ultimate. Whoever can get the most done.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I think that's one of the challenges of a fast-paced world. It changes everything. It changes how we communicate with each other. It changes how the information is shared. Obviously, with social media makes that easier. With Facebook and things like Twitter. Twitter even shortens it even more by saying whatever you're going to share, it has to be under 140 characters,
right,
or less. You know?
Or something like Snapchat makes it very temporal.
Yeah, and then it's gone forever. Like that was it. It's gone. Even as a national organization, we've responded to that with our blog In Focus is something that the church has. It's shortened kind of snippets from Vision newsletter articles, which hopefully those are being read too in larger form.
Right. But maybe we're in a place where that might be too much to digest in a moment. You can't just get the information just like that.
Right.
Yeah. And amidst that, there needs to be some space to slow down and say, I need to make time for things like prayer and meditation, or like we talked about a month ago, like the space for reflection and thinking about where you've come from and how that's going to go forward.
Right. And the Bible is pretty clear on that. There's a very famous verse out of Psalm, the 46th chapter of Psalm, and the 10th verse. Be still and know that I am God.
Yeah, it's when we come to that place where we just slow down, where we even stop, where we're still. That's a place where we can be very aware. We can be very aware of what's going on around us, and we can be very aware of how God is moving in our life.
Right.
What God's doing, what he's about. The Bible verse, like "be still," is often quoted, and to the rest of the verse, but it's "and know that I am God."
Right.
And that's the piece where, like, why do we be still? So that we can know and become more intimate with God.
And know with assurance, not just think that He's God or have some, misinformed idea of God. Like we want to know Him personally and fully.
Yeah.
And it's more than just like being able to enjoy life's moments. I'm a big movie buff. It's a very famous Ferris Bueller quote about, life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop to look around, you might miss it.
Right.
And it's not just about enjoying life, which is part of it, because if you're enjoying not just life's moments, but also creation, like God created that too. You can stop and enjoy the things around us, but also always recognizing God's part of it.
Sure. And what are some of the ways you pursue this be still?
It's tough. Like it takes a lot of discipline to
something
do it.
Intentional. Like
it takes intentional
It's not going to
effort.
just happen the way our society runs.
If you're still, if your stillness is unintentional, it's because like if you think of just physics and an object in motion, it's because like you hit something. Like a life event came or something unexpected happened. It's like, wow, I gotta stop and be still now. Versus like intentional stillness and intentional slowing down. One of the things I do is we talked about technology. Technology isn't inherently a bad thing. It just depends how we use it. If it's distracting me too much, like I gotta be aware of that. I try to like not look at my phone too much, like as I'm getting ready to go to bed, or even bring it into my bedroom. Like I leave it charging out in like the kitchen area so that I cannot be distracted in my sleep. I don't reach for it first thing in the morning, like to say, oh, like, let's see what everyone uploaded on Facebook while I've been sleeping. Like that shouldn't be the start of my day.
Yeah. Sometimes I just don't take it with me. Like I'm going somewhere, just leave the phone at home.
Yeah.
Like sometimes intentionally, sometimes maybe not, but just not going back for it. Like that's just give me a little bit of space. It just gives me a little bit of time to think when I'm in the car, or just little things like that.
It's almost a liberation. There's a kind of a sense of freedom to it.
Yeah, because it's so unique.
Yeah.
Isn't the norm.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
We'd also love to hear some of your ideas of how you pursue that kind of stillness.
Yeah, you can share tips and how you use to slow down and be still. If you're watching this on our NAC USA mobile app, you could look for this icon here, and then you can share it to your Facebook or Twitter or email it to a friend, and not just share the video, but as Andrew said, share an actual tip that you use to slow down and be still.
If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, you can just comment below using the hashtag #BeStill.
And as always, if you have any suggested questions or topics for future discussions, you can find us on Facebook or Twitter.
And before we go, we want to wish you a Merry Christmas.
And a very happy and blessed New Year.
And once again, I'm Andrew.
And I'm Travis.
And this has been For Your Journey.